What's up, everybody? Before we get into this product, before we spin the wheel, I need to give you a warning that this is not for everybody. As you can see by the title, tagline, serial killers, disasters, tragedies, and hope. This is not for everybody, not for a lot of people, certainly not for kids. This is an extreme product that deals with extreme people and topics and terrible things. I don't condone any of this stuff. These people I find repugnant, but it is history. And there are some good people in here as well. So I totally understand if you're not into this, and I hope to catch you in the next one. So with that said, give it a little spin. We got Dream Team Crescebo, and we have, as I said, Chaos. So this is a product from Historic Autographs. There are no, unlike a lot of their products, there are no actual autographs in this. There are blood-soaked letters that it's a bounty. You put the words together and you can get a Clear Barton, Roosevelt, Hoover, Salk, and Watson autograph. I would love to get the Clear Barton one, but so there are parallels in here, one-of-ones. I did another box, and if you've seen the stream, you've seen I've opened up a few of these packs on there. The first video I filmed, I wasn't really sure about it because of the subject matter, and I didn't want people to think I'm a nut, essentially, or get any type of backlash for this type of stuff. But it is real life. This is real life, so we're going to open it. We're going to go over the stuff, and certain cards and people and topics we're going to skip because I don't necessarily want to talk about them. I've always been interested in this stuff in a I guess a clinical type of way. I don't know. Definitely not these. I do not find anybody in this product. What's the word I'm looking for? Certain time, I see people kind of create these mythologies and almost heroes out of some of these bad people. I do not do that. These are rotten human beings. They are villains. They are evil, and I just wanted to be clear. So let's get into this. Like I said, there are good people in here. I don't think we're gonna do it in probably segments because otherwise it's going to be a very long video. So it's a cool pack. We have Capone, Dahmer, Freud. I'm not sure what these are. There are one-of-ones. I did pull a one-of-one out of here. A printing plate. There are parallels. So Jonas Salk, the polio vaccine. So they started with something pretty good. I don't know too much about it. I do know that pretty sure he didn't patent it, so it could be freely given to everybody, which is really good. And they give you a little bit information about him. Would be cool to get a cut signature of his as well. So we have the letter I. And I think the harder to find letter, it's kind of like Monopoly, are numbered. So I did win Monopoly once at McDonald's. I want to say or Saturn. It was pretty exciting, and my friend that was with me cried. So we have the Great Blizzard of 1888. I remember it like it was yesterday. As far as the quality of these cards go, they're all right. They're pretty basic. There are like cloth cards in here, I believe. I got or almost like I don't know if cloth or like a vintage stock. I got a FDR out of the other box I got. These are about $45 to $50 a box. If you're interested. 40 from dumped 52 inches snow stretching Maryland and Maine. Heavy snowfall is brought down 2 ships. Pretty crazy. The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I don't know about that. 1975 from shore, 17 miles shore. It's the largest ship of the Great Lakes. Is that okay? I do know about this vaguely. 29 souls perished. Crazy. I do know about this, the Tunguska meteor. I know a lot of people think it was UFOs and other stuff like that, or something that supernatural, but it's pretty cool. All right, we have the Bayou Strangler, Ronald Dominic, excuse me. Don't know him, don't want to know him. Ed Gein. Okay, so Ed Gein this is a parallel number to 99. I don't know what makes it a parallel. It looks just like every other card. Ed Gein I've always found really interesting. I've read a bunch of books about Ed Gein. I think probably because my favorite movie is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And there are a couple movies about him. And he did not go to prison. I was one of the few that ended up in a mental institute. They found him to be actually insane, a lunatic. And his story's crazy and interesting. I don't know if he's actually considered a serial killer because of, I think it was like 2 or 3 people he killed or something. I don't know, but so that's kind of cool in a very not cool way. Actually, I don't think I should showcase. I'll showcase somebody good. Mao Zedong, notorious, evil man. Ted Bundy, another evil man. I did not see the new Ted Bundy movie. I think it was Netflix or something. But I have seen a lot of stuff with him, interviews that he blamed, what he did on media, adult media, and which is nonsense. I believe that I read something about when he was like 4 or 5, they started seeing his violence. Smart guy. I think he represented himself in court. And we have another Ed Gein, a non-parallel. So I don't know what the difference between these 2 cards are, except for one says maybe the photo on the parallel looks a little bit darker. Kind of lame, to be honest. I have should have named Chrome, Chaos Chrome. Okay, so we have Thomas Bond, profiler. I think he was one of the first guys that was doing the CSI type stuff, forensics. Jack the Ripper, okay. Subjected periodical, murder and external appearance, pretty cool. Jack the Ripper story. I've always thought the Zodiac Killer story was really interesting, and Jack the Ripper, these guys that kind of taunted police and got away with it. It's insane to me that they got away with it. It just blows my mind. Krakatoa, 1883. Loudest noises in recorded history. Krakatoa volcano exploded. It was heard over 3,000 miles away, and the pressure waves created was recorded in paragraphs across the globe, circled 3 times, anywhere 35, blah, blah, blah. I believe they said the Yellowstone, the super whatever, if that erupts, we'll be able to hear it all over. Everywhere on the earth we'll be able to hear it, and it's due. So, Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami, remember that very clearly. Sir Alec Jeffreys, DNA's used in forensics. Okay, is that a parallel? Nope. Don't know who this guy is. First developed techniques for genetic fingerprint and DNA profiling using forensics to aid in identifying samples from crime scenes. So cool. Bonnie and Clyde, that's kind of a cool card. Iroquois Therifier from 1903. That's a parallel out of 49. 11 out of 49. An arc light shorted out and caught a Muslim curtain on fire, starting to blaze. A muslin, not muslin. When the next story. Terrible. Quick story. Lenin. When the Station nightclub fire in Rhode Island, I was very close to going to that. My girlfriend at the time was into 80s metal, She really liked Rat and just all that stuff. And it was around her birthday, so I remember leaving my father's house, hearing on the radio, and thinking, oh, I'll get tickets for her and I to go. And then we broke up like I think it was like a week later before, so we never ended up getting the tickets and going. Thank God. Lennon, know a bit about him, but I don't want to get too political, so we'll just kind of move past him. Shanxi earthquake 1556. Jesse James, nice hair, man. Jealous. Wish I had a hairline like that. So we have William Moulton Marston. William Moulton Marston invented the lie detector and created Wonder Woman. Interesting. Created Wonder Woman. Huh, that's crazy. We have the letter D for Durango. The Pastigo Fire, 1871. Oof, that's a rough one. Great Chicago Fire. Oh, okay, the Great burned 1.5 million acres of tinder dry land on October 8th, 1871. Responsible for the deaths of its 2,500 people. Insane. Smallpox. That's disgusting. Smallpox makes my skin crawl. No pun intended. It's just, move on from that. Gandhi. I've read a bit about Gandhi. He's kind of a pervert. That doesn't take away from all the great stuff he did, but he was definitely human. Kenneth Bianchi, Hillside Stranglers. We'll just move past him. Albert Fish, The Wheel for Wisteria, The Gray Man, something vampire. Just creepy story. I won't get into it. It's just horrifying. The guy was a real jerk. Gary Ridgway, The Green River Killer, another terrible human, dumb as a rock, super low IQ. There's this idea that serial killers have a high IQs, and a lot of them, it's not the case. A lot of them are really dumb. Wayne Williams, the Atlanta child murders, I believe. I think CNN just did a show on this. I think implying that maybe he didn't do it or there were other things going on. I don't know. I didn't see it. And everyone's favorite, Joseph Stalin. Did we get... did I miss a parallel? Yeah. So the Albert Fish parallel out of 99. Again, I don't know. I wonder if every box will want... Hopefully we'll get a printing place. Wyatt Earp. It's pretty cool. I love the movie Tombstone. Absolutely love it. Who doesn't like Tombstone? That's one of those movies that everybody likes. We got the Johnstown Flood. David McCullough, I think, wrote a really good book about this. Polio. What are those called? Iron lungs. I remember the what was it? Crybaby, the John Waters movie. The dad or something or the mother lived in an iron lung, and I was just like, what the hell is that as a kid? Because I liked that movie. And I saw a thing recently. There's still a guy out there. There's probably multiple people, but there was a story about a guy out there that still lives in an iron lung. Marie Curie, it's a good one. We have David Berkowitz, son of Sam, who's supposedly a somewhat reformed. I doubt it. Robert Hansen, I believe this guy did... Okay, never mind. I thought it was something else. Butcher, it's Butcher Baker was in 7183. Anchorage, he hunted them down in the wilderness. Okay, that's crazy. Saddam, see you later, Saddam. Mount Tambora, largest volcanic eruption in the last 10,000 years occurred in 1815. And this guy, how do you look at this man and not say that dude's got bodies? I think I might mention this on stream, but I used to really like the early viral video of Tourette's guy. It was really funny. and then his video stopped, and it said that on his website that he died, that he got into an accident or something and died. And I did a little research, and it turns out he did not die. He's still around. He works at Kroger's, but through a little bit of research, I found out he was actually Dennis Radar's cousin. I can't remember Tourette's guy's first name, but his last name is Radar. And if you ever watch Tourette's guy again and look at his face, you'll see the similarity. So there will be cuts in this video where I split it up, because I'm not doing it all in one. I'm going to do it in parts. We have the Great Kanto Earthquake, 1923, lasting 10 minutes. Deadliest in the 20th century, killing 140,000 people in Tokyo and Yokohama, Japan. Insane. You have the letter A for apathy. Dahmer. We all know about Dahmer. Andrew Carnegie. Wealthiest person in the United States after a sale of Carnegie Steel Corporation, 1901. Martin Luther King. Put him right there. Is that a parallel? I think you should go right there. Eileen Wuornos. Monster with, what's her face? I can't remember. Charlize Theron. There's some interviews with her towards the end, and she was out of her mind. Totally. Not just because of the, she's a serial killer, but she was out of her mind. Thought people were reptilians and all that type of stuff. William Marston again, parallel out of 99. Gaddafi, bad man. William Bonin, the freeway killer, and Charles Ng, or is that how I say it? Ng? I think he did it with Leonard Lake. Terrible story. Don't read up on it. It's horrible. Horrible. Dust Bowl, 1931 to 39. It's that Ken Burns documentary on this is pretty cool. N for nobody's gonna watch this. Joel Rifkin, the Drifter. Clara Barton. Started the Red Cross. Mother Teresa, not the person that people think she was, kind of like Gandhi, except a little worse. I'm not going to get into it, and I really don't know enough, but I do know that she was not the woman that she's perceived to be. Albert Salvo, the Boston Strangler, was prison right by me, in my town, for years, I believe. And I think my mother's got a story about him and her friend when she was little, like almost like her friend running into him. But there's questions about whether he was actually the Boston Strangler or not. The Cleveland Torso Murder. The Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run. That's lovely. Parallel out of 99. Charles Manson. Zodiac Killer. To me, the most interesting out of all this type of stuff. I spent years on the Zodiac Killer forums with other people. It was like a offshoot of Web Sleuths, where they just try to figure out who he is, and just an insane story. And Dean Corll, the Candyman. I will not even get close to what he did, but he was the one of one that I got in the other box. I am going to try to put together a set of this. The Yangtze River floods. You have a restaurant next to me called Yangtze W, or Windless End. John Paul Knowles, a Casanova killer. Don't know him. Confucius says, Durango, why are you doing this? Nelson Mandela. His wife's not such a good person. She advocated for neck lacing quite a bit. If you don't know what that is, it's a terrible thing. Terrible way to die. So, Albert Fish, again. Earl Nelson, the Gorilla Killer. What? Was the first known American... Okay. I won't get too far into that. Genghis Khan, Notorious. King of the Steppes. H.H. Holmes, good book if you want to read. The Devil in the White City, I believe it is. Really good. And Clementine Barnabet. She was a voodoo. She was into voodoo and stuff. She was in about 35 murders in Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana and Texas. St. Francis Dam. I don't know about that. One of the worst American civil engineering disasters of the 20th century. Dam field canals formed through it. The dam was a key part of the aqueduct system for city. Never heard of that, but damn. We have E for Every Day I've Got the Blues. John Wayne Gacy. Most of us know about him. Elliot Ness. The Galveston Storm. Angelo Bueno Jr., Hillside Stranglers with Bianchi. Tunguska Meteor, that's a parallel out of 12, 2 of 12. See, the stock on this is different. This feels like vintage stock. Lepke Bolchard was one of the most infamous Jewish gangsters. Never really was into gangster stuff. Harold Shipman and Idiomon. Never was into gangsters. I don't know why. I like some of the movies, but John F. Kennedy. We have R for Realizing Your Life is Not Going the Way It Should Be. Patrick Kearney, the Trash Bag Killer. FDR. The San Francisco Earthquake. Bella Gunnis, or Belle Gunnis. It's a Norwegian-American serial killer. Killed at least 14 people, of whom were men. She enticed to visit a rural Indiana property. Joseph Vacher, the French Ripper, out of 49. Machine Gun Kelly, not Machine Gun Kelly, we all know. Henry Lee Lucas. I think there's a movie or a series on Netflix called The Confession Killer about him. Totally insane. Lies. He just, I think, if I recall, that he was beaten really bad as a kid and was in a coma for like 4 or 5 days and was never the same. Just James in the final pack. Looks like we're not going to get probably not going to get a play out of this one. Unfortunately, I was really hoping. We have the Spanish flu. Very appropriate. We have J for Just Quit It, Dave. Got a sticky card here. Randall Woodfield, the I-5 killer. Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. Mary Malian, Typhoid Mary. Joseph Vacher again. Paul Pot, villain out of 49. Also Tongue, villain. Chicxulub, Impact. That's pretty cool. That's might be my favorite card in the series. And we end on a Jim Jones. So, how long do we go? I don't know if I'm going to break this up. Maybe I won't. 23 minutes. This is chaos. I really tried to keep the information low. I don't know how YouTube will react to this product. I don't know how people react to this product. I didn't really go into things that I did know about. A lot of it I don't know about, but let's see what letters we got. So we're looking for C, F, H, K, and M. I don't think we got any of the Yeah, so we didn't get any of the chase letters. Unfortunately, it would be really cool to get one of those cut signatures. I really like their stuff. I had some historic autograph stuff from, I believe, Sean Tiford sent me some. So, yeah, this is the product. It's an interesting product. I have a lot more interesting stuff coming up. I'm going to be really not sure. I'm not sure how the next few weeks on YouTube is going to be, but I do have some stuff I'm going to do. And the next one will be a much different video. It will be called Cartoons, and they're really fun and funny, and it'll be a funny video. So, I hope you enjoyed this. It's like I said, it's either going to be in parts or it's not. I haven't decided, and hope to see y'all later. Peace.